What's going on, fellas? It's another Boogie production. Hey, I want to salute y'all for subscribing to my channel, and I also want to thank y'all for liking my videos. Shout out to the Dime Game Division. All right, let's rock and roll, man. Some of the best players in the world have the fundamentals down pat. Let me explain. And when I say players, I mean guys that just do good with women. You dig? Guys, some guys may have their way with women. Some guys might be modest with women. They just deal with them, when they got time. You dig? But at the same time, their experiences with women pretty much is on the up and up. These guys have the fundamentals down pat. Let's use sports for an example. Most men like sports. Most men watch sports. Some of the best players we ever seen touch that basketball court, they had the fundamentals, dog. Look at guys like Tim Duncan, 5 rings. Tim Duncan, he wasn't the most athletic guy in the world, but he was clutch. He had good footwork in the post. He played good defense. That jump shot, that bank shot was flawless, man. He had the fundamentals down pat. He was a monster. He couldn't be touched. Look at guys like Hakeem Olajuwon. Fundamentals. Nobody can stop the dream shit. Footwork was immaculate, man. Straight up. Even guards like a Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. Yeah, these guys can fly through the air. They'll dunk on the whole team. But they had the fundamentals, man. Good footwork in the post. Solid defense. You dig? Fadeaway was immaculate. Real talk. And they was hard workers, man. But then if you look at guys like a Russell Westbrook, you can go back to like an Allen Iverson. These guys are great ball players in their own right. Allen Iverson is a Hall of Famer. But they didn't work on their fundamentals like they should. Russell Westbrook jump shot is shaky at best. One game he on fire. The next game this dude hitting the side of the backboard, man. Not even the rim. He's hitting the side of the backboard. Straight up, man. Dude ain't working on his fundamentals, man. Free throw percentage is garbage. So let's translate that to real life, man. What would be the fundamentals? First and foremost, man, social behavior. A lot of dudes display antisocial behavior, man. And those guys are different from introverts. I wouldn't even disrespect an introvert by saying he has antisocial behavior. Because really, a real life introvert, man, they can be social when they want to be. They just choose to be secluded and isolated. You know what I mean? They more comfortable like that. But an introvert can be social if they have to. But they just more comfortable being by themselves. So you got to start your fundamental list with social behavior, man. Knowing how to conduct yourself in different settings. Knowing how to talk to people. Look people in the eyes. When to tell a joke. When to be serious. Knowing how much pressure to apply to a person. Knowing when and how to admonish a person. You dig? Reading people's energy. Reading people's body language. All of this is social behavior, man. We got to get back to the fundamentals, man. Overall, just being a man, masculinity. Being a man, dog, is facing everything with courage. Being a man is not being scared or not having fear. Being a man is facing it. That's a man. A man is comfortable being uncomfortable because you're always challenging yourself. You dig? Trying new things. Risk taking. all this stuff, man. You know, a man can work by himself, or a man can work as a member of a team, and he knows his position on the team. You know what I mean? That's a man. That's very masculine right there. Knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses. You know, Clint Eastwood said, and I quote, "Every man must know his limitations." You know, that's very masculine. But you look at your limitations, man, and you work on them every day. You continue to craft your strengths, but you work on your weaknesses, man. You work on your limitations, man. That's very masculine. You know, taking accountability for your actions. That's very masculine. You always look at the role in which you played in it, whether it be good or bad. It's very masculine. You know, so we getting back to the fundamentals, man. You know, in dealing with women, dog, really, you don't really need all the pizzazz and all the magic tricks all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? And really, right now, man, if you look at the climate, a lot of women, man, are just impressed with men just being men. You know, and it sounds crazy, but right now, the bar is so low sometimes. Man, do you know how many women told me it's just refreshing for them to hear honesty? That I know how to communicate. I know how to talk and listen. Now, you would think that these are you know, very, very simple shit, you know what I mean, elementary school shit. But nah, man, because a lot of dudes is lacking that. You know what I'm saying? They want to bust through the door with all the magic tricks. They want to bust through the door with all the game. They want to try to pull a rabbit out of a hat. But at the end of the day, man, once a woman's seen the magic trick too many times, she's not impressed anymore. You know, and everybody is a sucker for the truth. So everybody is going to make their way back to the truth. You can't deny it, man. Everybody knows the truth when they see it and they hear it. What is the truth? Well, as a man, you are the truth. You are facts, man. You are facts. You know what I'm saying? You upright. You got morals. You dig? You have a personal value system. You know, you have a code that you live by, that you won't break for anybody. That's getting back to the fundamentals, man. Real talk. That's getting back to the fundamentals, man. So sometimes, man, you gotta leave, you know, like going back to the sports examples that I gave you, man. You know, sometimes, man, you don't have to do a 360 Vince Carter dunk, you know, from the free throw line. I just need you to hit 2 free throws when the game is on the line. And we in the playoffs. Sometimes, man, it's that simple. Sometimes you got to know when to make the right pass. You don't always have to take the last shot. Sometimes you just got to play stout and solid defense, man. Back to the fundamentals. Do you know how many times I've seen Russell Westbrook do a turnover, trying to do crazy spins and spin in the air while he's shooting a three-pointer and all this crap, when all he had to do was make the right pass? That's all he had to do. And maybe they would have won the game or put themselves in position to win the game. But he was trying to do too much. The guy didn't know his limitations, dog. Period. He didn't. And he actually thought he was better than what he is. You know what I'm saying? The guy doesn't have a proper appraisal. But what you going to do when all that athleticism leave you? That's why Tim Duncan was able to play for 20 seasons. That's why Kobe Bryant was able to play for 20 seasons. Vince Carter. Look at the guys that was able to have long careers. They had the fundamentals down pat. Because when you can't jump as high as you used to, when you can't play as many minutes as you used to, you learn how to use what's between your ears, dog. The fundamentals that you practice on every day. It's the same thing with women, same thing with life, man. The fundamentals, man. It'll carry you through. Every time. Never fails. And let me tell you this, man, the older you get in life, man, if you don't have the fundamentals down pat on just social behavior, knowing how to be a good person, just a good, solid, decent human being, man, it's going to be harder to pick those things up later in life. It can be done, but it's going to take real hard work and practice to get that, man. Real talk. So when we talking about players, guys that do good with women, man, of course they got the fundamentals. Now, they know all the magic tricks and everything, but they got the fundamentals down packed. And that's what keep them in the game. Straight up. That's what keep them in the game. Because like I say before, man, once you get close to a woman, let's say you cohabitate or you just spending a bunch of time with women, they're going to get to know the real you. At some point, that mask going to come off. I'm talking about your mask. If you was wearing one, which as a man you shouldn't be, but let's say that you was. At some point, man, a woman is going to learn the magician's magic trick. Then what you going to do? Do you have anything else at your disposal? Do you have any kind of moves that you can do in the fourth quarter? They done double teamed you. What you going to do? Can you make the right pass at that time? Or you going to try to be Russell Westbrook and do a 360 spin in the air with two defenders on you? And you done missed the whole rim. You done hit the side of the backboard. Just stupid crap like that, man. Real talk. And I know a lot of guys listen to this like, man, this is very simple, man. This isn't what I read here. Or this isn't what such and such told me. Look, man, I don't care what such and such told you, man. The fundamentals. The fundamentals of life, man. That's going to cut through class. That's going to cut through social economic levels. That's going to cut through social environments. Just knowing the fundamentals, man. That's going to cut through race. That's going to cut through culture. The fundamentals is global, man. It is what it is. Can't go wrong. It can't go wrong, man. And just dealing with women, just being healthy, being honest, being upright. All this stuff, man, is gonna cut through all of that. Being powerful when you speak, being a good listener, having solutions, and not always having a problem. If she got a problem and you got a problem, well, hell, that's one big problem. Somebody got to have a solution. Being a man of your word, being consistent. Consistency is your tool. All these things, man. That's going to help you out so you can play for 20 seasons like Tim Duncan, man. That's going to get you 5 rings. It was the fundamentals. It was good coaching and the fundamentals that got Tim Duncan 5 rings. It wasn't all the pizzazz, man. That's why the Spurs was able to dominate. We going back to sports. That's why the Spurs was able to dominate. And it wasn't always pretty. But they were dependable. They were trustworthy. They had the fundamentals, dog. And I'm done with this video. Shout out to the Dime Game Division. Peace.